Happy Sunday, y'all. Um, I'm sorry. Um, I may do 2 videos this morning, and I know I haven't put anything out. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just take a day or two, and kind of. Um, Yesterday I was in a little bit of a funk because Ryan, the child, and Mark, the young man, have just been on my mind so much. But anyway, um, let's talk about the elephant in the room, okay? Now, the other evening, these things always happen in the evening. Um, this elephant that I'm sitting in right now got dropped off by my friend Jerry. Now, y'all know what a kind, smart, generous person that he is, and very eccentric. He will never be in a video. In fact, I made a little video not showing his face when he brought me this smart television, and he was trying to tell me how to cast or stream or something from my phone over to the television. Well, of course. But anyway, he shows up with this. And what happens is, if you talk about something that you want, or there's a problem, you can see Miss Hazel over here. Then he's going to try to fix it. He's going to come up with a solution. She's aggravated at me. So, because, as y'all know, I was saying it'd be pretty cool or something like that if Miss Hazel had one of those baby swings, and boom, the next thing you know, there's a baby swing. And I'm shocked, y'all, that she will nap in that thing, but she does. I pretty much have to get her to sleep first, and then I can put her in there. And I've mentioned several times, because my baby, my lady's rocker over there, which is awesome because she's small, she's comfortable, and she belonged to Marge. Now, I've said many times that I would get that reupholstered one of these days in something kind of girly. So anyway, the biggest thing about that recliner is, and one of the reasons why I talked about Hazel having her own baby swing, is because she turns and turns and turns, and she tries to get comfortable in the chair. So in that one, oh, she's really going to get mad now. I had to turn on my side like this, sit like this, so she would have enough room for her little self. Oh, now that I've turned, you're not going to let me sit back. Anyway, y'all can see, now she's curled up the opposite way, but there is room enough. Miss Hazel, scoot this way, baby. Okay. Oh, yeah. She's cursing me now. I'm sorry, y'all. This is one of those days. It's because I've started something, and when I get into it, I'm wishing I hadn't done it. I'll tell y'all what that is. But, so I really can sit normally, and she's got room. She's been laying down here. See, she's got room. I'm not having to be over on my hip, which has caused some sciatica discomfort. So, y'all, I hope I can get the story of this recliner correct. Um, Jerry is always finding things and picking things up. Well, his mother had wanted a rocker swivel recliner, I think. And so he found this one. Well, she used it for a little bit, and I think she really wasn't satisfied with it. She's probably like me. She likes something a little bit smaller, less bulky, and a little less manly. But anyway, I think the way the story went was he found her another chair that she really liked, but it didn't have a swivel. So he took the swivel off of this chair and put it on the chair that she really liked. So this one went into storage. He calls it the warehouse. It's to me, it is the emporium. I call it the emporium. If I want anything, I just ask him if there might be one in the emporium, and 99% of the time there is. So now you can see Miss Hazel is perfectly comfortable. Debrajoy is perfectly comfortable. But here's my thing. Okay, I don't know. Okay, my feet don't really touch the ground. You know, they just kind of hang off because this chair is a monster. It's a monster, y'all. So, because I talk about everything under the sun, it's not easy for me to filter myself when I'm talking to Jer. So he shows up with this chair. Now, I knew ahead of time that he was going to come because I had sent him a picture of a recliner pretty much like this, only I think it was a beige color that I found on Craigslist that was like $50, and it looked like it was in really good shape. And he said, well, what about a blue one that looks almost exactly like it? And I'm like, well, yeah, Well, I didn't know he had this one, but he had robbed it of the swivel. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. So he found another swivel and he put it on this chair, and it jacks it up because it's not the original swivel that it came with. Y'all, I'm telling you, this man, I really wish that you could know him because he's really an amazing guy. So anyway, this is how I got the monster chair. Now, if I'm not trying to sit in it like this, if I am, it has this thing where when you put the seat up, the part that comes up, it ratchets so that you can, sit back. And it'll do that without you laying the back part down. Well, that's pretty cool. And I like it like that. It's a little bit more difficult to rock it. I kind of have to do it with my tiptoe. But anyway, I appreciate Jerry so much that he tries to help me in any and every way he can. Um, and I've said, I'm not really comfortable. I feel like I'm taking advantage of you. And he said, well, if I wasn't doing something for you, I'd have to find something else to get into. So I just gave up. I mean, you know, I try not to ask him for anything, but there's my little birdie's back. I put some little colored ribbons out there on my hummingbird feeder because my neighbor Larry, when he comes over, he always hits his head on it. And I think it ran my little birds off. So I took them off and I raised the feeder, which is what I should have done anyway. But, okay. So now, when I'm reading or playing solitaire or whatever, and Miss Hazel really can sleep here pretty comfortably, so that almost negates the reason for the baby swing because that was it. There wasn't enough room for me and Hazel in my ladies' recliner. It sort of kind of goes, in a circle, and that's because that's what I do. Shock. I know. Y'all are shocked. But, okay. Now, here's my latest faux pas, I guess you could say. My latest mistake. I'm not sure. But we were sitting here the other day. Oh, by the way, my little chair I called the throne. That really was Jerry's chair. It's the one that was sitting here, that the tapestry. That's in my bedroom, and I'm telling y'all, it really does not fit. But anyway, so we're sitting here and we're talking, and the base of that baby swing is wide. And it's like that so that the baby can swing, and man, it's got a high on it that's crazy, and without it tumping over. So it takes up a lot of floor space, and I've had it in front of the love seat, which is fine. There's usually never more than two people here at the same time. It's either myself and Jerry or myself and Terry. So, Um, so we're sitting here, and I said, it's too bad that we can't put this swing on a pulley, and then I could just, pull it up to the ceiling. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my word. He starts looking up there and he goes, oh, that's a big beam up there that your ceiling fan is on. And I'm like, oh yeah, but that I'd just be bumping my head on it or whatever. I don't know, but it's just snowballed. So y'all, I hope that he does not come in here with a winch off of a tow truck to hook that baby swing to. Because I'm afraid I'm going to have to nix that. I said, well, it's too bad we couldn't just do it in a corner, but these ceilings, I would never trust that. Now, I am not talking about putting Hazel in it and then doing the pulley and having her swinging up by the ceiling. No, not at all. Getting rid of the big bottom wide frame and just having the motor and the smaller part, and then lowering it almost right on the floor so it could swing down there. Know anybody that needs a good baby swing? It does everything. It plays music. It has vibration to it. It's got 4 or 5 speeds. It plays classical music. It plays nature sounds. because now, y'all, something's got to go in here. I've only got so much room. But anyway, um, now one last thing about the monster chair. I think my friend knows me well enough to know that if a beautiful ladies rocker were to jump out at me for, say, about $30, I'm afraid I might have to jump on that. I found one this morning. I get this little alert thing, and on OfferUp, it was just so beautiful, and it was small. It was just, I mean, the upholstery was beautiful, but thank the good Lord, they wanted $400 for that. They had just reupholstered it. So that will never happen. But occasionally you will see like a lady's lazy boy that's floral. Now, I don't like those great big old flowers, and I don't want any fruit, nothing manly at all. In fact, I can't believe they made that wonderful little ladies rocker swivel recliner in that color. Look at that. I mean, y'all, that to me, that's a shame. And that's a man who picked that fabric out for that chair. They would have sold hundreds, if not thousands more, if it would have been feminine. But anyway, y'all, I just had to tell you the story of this chair. I was just going to see if y'all noticed it, but I'm telling you, there's no way that you could not notice this chair. So, what I'm going to do, and I've already got a good start on it, is I have removed every knick-knacky, everything out of this living room. I'm going to have to rearrange this furniture, and it's not going to mess with Miss Hazel at all. She really doesn't even care about being in the living room. She gravitates toward the kitchen. But when she's in here, she's either sitting with me or she's in her little swing. So, and I still don't have my coffee table. By the way, I cleaned that up really good, and it is in my bedroom. That's going to be a whole redo itself. But anyway, y'all, I just had to tell you about the monster chair. And when I've got the footrest up and I'm sitting here, oh man, it's so comfortable. And the back is higher, so I can just lean back here. It's too bad I've got such short little legs. I look tall. I used to be 5'7". And then Arthur and Osteo got a hold of me. But so y'all, it is so dirty. Let me see if I can show you. Look at this. From my plant shedding. Can you see all that? That's disgusting. Look at that. Yeah. I'm going to trip myself right here. Anyway, I've got to get on that. I've got my little vacuum cleaner out. And this is what I was talking about when I said I started something and I wished I hadn't. So I don't know what I'm going to do in here. Hazel's baby swing might turn out to be a porch swing. I can put it next to my glider. But now that we have the monster chair, I guess I should call him Big Blue. He's really kind of a dark blue. And the Emporium, I believe, has a shampooer. And I'm going to shampoo it. It's not dirty, but you know, it could just be perked up a little bit. I would do the love seat, but it doesn't need it. I've tried to sell that love seat, y'all. But I had to be honest and tell people the seats are hard. I had a lady offer me $50 for it. And I told her I'd take 75, but I couldn't go any lower than that because I would need to replace it. But now that I've got Big Blue, these two recliners and a baby seat would be enough furniture in here along with that 50-inch television. How did this happen? I used to live in a van. A van. Little bit bigger than my minivan. But I lived in a van. What happened to me? I'm going to have to make another video because I want to show y'all my ground cover project out there that I finished. I think it's going to fill in really good. Oh, my word. We're over 20 minutes. Okay, y'all. Love you. Do something fun today, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.